Pokemon Scarlet and Violet releases tomorrow, and we're going to be going through the top 10 most expensive cards from the set that have been selling on eBay at pre-order prices. Now, one thing I will say about pre-order prices is usually they tend to be quite high because people got the excitement, they have the product early, they want to crack it open, and they want to sell it and flip the cards for as much as possible. Now, when sets first come out, they are usually really expensive, and then they tend to drop over the coming weeks. So we're going to have to wait and see how these cards go. So we're going to be taking a look at eBay at the recently sold listings of the top 10 most expensive cards in the set. Let's get into number 10. Coming at number 10, we have the Coridon EX Secret Rare. Now, this is the gold card. These are apparently quite difficult to pull. There's only a few of them in the set. This is coming in and recently sold at $18.50, which actually for the top 10 most expensive cards in the set is actually not that expensive. And like I say, when sets first come out, they do tend to drop after they come out. So usually be quite high and then they drop. The fact is, this is already starting off at $18.50 for, the top 10 most expensive cards in the set is actually quite surprising. Now, Miraidon is going to be more expensive than Coridon, so expect to see Miraidon higher in the list. This is a beautiful card. I really like gold cards. This isn't looking very good to start off with, coming in at $18.50. Coming at number 9, we have the Iron Treads EX OR. Now, this is really cool. Now, I call these ORs, but I know these are like illustration rares or special illustration rares. There's so many different names now. But this is basically an OR, right? This is the EX. I'm not a huge fan of this one. I don't, the artwork's okay. I know I like simplistic art, but this is a bit too basic. It kind of looks like a normal, just a full art, to be honest. But this is selling at $21. Again, a bit higher, over that $20 mark. Now, I usually say a strong set is when they have a bunch of cards which are above $30 or more. And this coming at number 9 at $21. It's okay. I do expect a lot of these cards to drop in price after release, so do expect, guys, these cards to drop. I wouldn't buy any of these at pre-order prices. Just don't do it, okay? This is still pretty decent at $21, but I do expect this card especially to drop in value. Coming at number 8, we have the Great Tusk EX. Now, again, this is the alt art as well, like the special arts, as you want to call it. Coming at $22, a little bit higher than the Iron Treads, beautiful card. I actually do like this one. This is actually, I think, one of the most nicest cards. Again, simple art, but effective. I do like this one. So this is actually one I wouldn't mind picking up myself. $22 though, actually not that bad in the grand scheme of things. So, but, top 8, it's not too bad. It's quite surprising that these cards don't actually have a higher price tag to begin with. We saw quite high ones with Crown Zenith, and they tend to drop. So the pull rate's supposed to be pretty good in this set. Maybe that has an impact on how expensive some of these cards are. Coming in at number 7, we have the Miraidon now. This is, they call it hyper rare, the gold one. So we already saw the Coridon around $19. This recently sold for $25. So it's a little bit more expensive. I actually prefer this one, even though red is my favorite color. This does look really nice. And like I say, these are probably quite tricky to pull. They have like the 3 gold star symbol, hyper rare, which kind of means that they're supposed to be super tough to get. We'll have to wait and see, myself, when we crack open packs in the videos and in the live streams. But this is a beautiful card. $25. We're reaching towards that $30 mark, which is pretty key. But again, this will drop over time. We'll have to wait and see. Coming in number 6, just missing on the top 5, we have Penny Secret Rare at $30. So now we've reached the $30 mark. Now we're going to see how this gets on. This is, again, a cool trainer card. I quite like it. It doesn't have that insane, what they would like to call waifu tax, but this is still really good. $30. As a rule, English trainers don't have good value. So this holding at $30 is actually not too bad. Again, I do expect it to drop after release. Holding strong, just missing on top 5, coming number 6, but, pretty decent all round. Now, coming into the top 5, we're reaching big money now. Coridon. Now, this is the alt art secret rare, $50. I really rate this card. I think it's a gorgeous artwork. It's coming in at $50. Now we're looking at big money. Big money. Sets that have a lot of cards over $50. There's not that many sets. There really isn't that many sets, especially in the Sword and Shield era. We have to compare it to the previous one or the last few sets. But I do expect this again to drop. It all depends on the pull rate. I could quite clearly see the alt art. We'll get to the Miraidon because Miraidon's later on this list. But I do think the Miraidon and the Coridon will actually, in English, probably go up. I think they'll go up. We'll see how what I say is true, but we'll have to wait and see. But I do feel like this might go up over time. But around $50, that's pretty good going. Coming number 4, we have Miriam. This is the normal, full art trainer. Coming in at $55. It's kind of very similar to the full art Serena that you got in Silver Tempest. But I do feel like this is a good, strong trainer card. Will it hold its value? I do feel like it will probably drop. Like I say, most English full art trainers, even though they're the waifu cards, do tend to drop. So I do expect this card, to go down, but we'll have to wait and see where it sells. $54 though is a strong place to come in upon release. Coming into top 3, we have the Gardevoir EX. Now, I really like this one. This is like the alternate art special secret rare. It is really nice. $75 though. Now we're talking. This is, you know, third most expensive card in the set. Gorgeous card. You know, tells a story. I actually predict that this, again, might be a card that might stay level and go up. Depends on pull rates. We'll have to wait and see how difficult it is to pull these big like alt arts as they were. We'll have to see. I do feel like Gardevoir though, people love this card. I do think it will hold its value and then tick up over time, but we'll have to wait and see, of course, over the next 30 days or so after release. But $75 though, that is very good. Only a few sets have cards that stay around that price point. That's a good place to be. Just missing out on the top spot, we have the Miraidon alt art full art special EX. Amazing card, one of my favorite cards in the set. We're looking at $99, let's just say $100, so we broke into $100 with the second most expensive card. Gorgeous artwork. I really want this. This is probably my top chase card of the set. Very nice, just because it's got the sausage dog in it. It's got dash bun, so that's why I'm going for it. But $99, you know, basically 100. Pretty good. Will it stay? I actually think it'll go up. I think it might have very similar effects like the Giratina did in Crown Zenith and the Giratina did in Lost Origin. I do feel like the alternate arts, depending on pull rates, will probably tick up, whereas a lot of the full art trainers that kind of have that hype built around them will probably tick down. But we'll have to wait and see, like I say, over the next 30 days or so, how these cards go. When packs are getting cracked and pull rates are being had left, right and center, and you know, the big pulls are hitting the market, then we'll see a lot of the prices settle. So we'll have to wait and see, but $100 is very cool. Finally, coming number 1, probably you already guessed it, the Miriam alt art full art special rare, $165. Now this is actually the cheapest one I found of the recently sold. There have been some that sold up to around $200, but this is the cheapest. So just to let that, put that in mind, that this is the cheaper one, but still at the cheapest, $165. I do expect this to drop. It seems not easy. It seems odd that this seems to be one of the most pulled cards I've seen in early pack opening videos. People seem to be hitting this card more than I would expect, more so than some of the alternate arts like the Miraidon, the Coridon. So that's why I think this might actually drop and them two might tick up. I think Miraidon might actually become the most expensive card in the set, but we'll have to wait and see. $165 though, not as high as some of the other crazy cards that we've seen come out in previous sets. However, we have seen those cards shoot up in price, so we'll have to wait and see how this card goes. Obviously, compared to the Japanese version, this is way less. $165 compared to what, $600, $700, $800 that the Japanese one goes for. Like I say, English full art trainers, they don't hit the mark the same. That's why they're a little bit less, but still, $165 to $200 is a very good starting point for this card. So there you have it, guys. Those are the top 10 most expensive cards on pre-order. Now, that's what's been selling on eBay. I would say right now, do not buy them at pre-order prices. They usually do drop, and they do drop quite a bit. We've seen cards usually drop 50% upon release. So wait until, you crack some packs. That's the best way of doing it. However, I do expect some of these cards maybe bounce up, but we have to wait and see. It all depends on pull rates. That's the most important thing. The set does look strong. Strong cards, depend on pull rates. Fantastic artwork across the board, really, on a bunch of these cards. And there's loads I want, and there's loads I really want. We have to wait and see. Obviously, we're going to be opening up a ton of packs on the streams. We're going to be opening up a ton of packs myself on the channel. I am going to go for a master set. I'm saying it now. I'm going for a master set. I'm going to be opening up so much Scarlet and Violet that it's going to be quite fun. So definitely stay tuned for that one. And we're going to take a look at the market in about 30 days or so. So next month, to really see how this set performs with these cards. Now, I do feel like I say, some of them will drop in price. But if you made it this far into the video and you've enjoyed it, make sure to smash that like button and make sure you subscribe for more Pokemon content. And guys, drop me a comment down below. Are you looking forward to this set? What is your favorite card? What is your favorite card? Do you think some will go up? Some will go down? Do you reckon Miriam will hold that top spot? I don't think it will. But we'll have to wait and see. But if you want to know some big market movers right now, then make sure to click on this video right here. And if you want to watch more Pokemon content, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Alright guys, that's it from me in this video. As always, you guys are legends. I'll see you all in the next one.